Very good morning. On behalf of ISIS Malaysia and the ASEAN ISIS Network, it is a pleasure to welcome you all to the 38th Asia-Pacific Roundtable. For nearly 4 decades, the Asia-Pacific Roundtable has been a space for reflection, exchange, and shared inquiry into the forces shaping our region. What began as a modest gathering of Southeast Asian thinkers and officials has now grown into one of Asia's most notable and, if I might add, respected Track 2 forums, thanks, of course, to the dedication and vision of many in this room and beyond. This year's theme, Recalibrating Asia's Frontiers, invites us to take stock of the profound changes underway, geopolitical, geoeconomic, and normative. In many areas, the frontiers have already shifted. The question is, how do we respond collectively, creatively, and purposefully? Over the next 2 days, we will explore that response across a broad spectrum of thematic undercurrents. The contestation of norms, the role of maritime order, shifting trade flows, great power dynamics, and Southeast Asia's evolving leadership. We will also confront the difficult questions, not least in the case of Myanmar and the South China Sea, that test the resilience and cohesion of our region. We are again fortunate this year to be joined by both the Prime Minister and the Foreign Minister of Malaysia. Their participation amid the demands of ASEAN chairmanship is deeply appreciated. We heard from the Foreign Minister yesterday and look forward to the Prime Minister's keynote tomorrow morning. I am equally grateful to our speakers and instigators, many of whom have traveled long distances to be here, and to all our delegates for your presence and participation. The Asia-Pacific Roundtable has always been enriched by what happens not just on stage, but in the margins, corridors, and over coffee and tea, of course. I always expand my appreciation to Bapak Yusof Wanandi. Where are you? Yes. For joining us as the penultimate item on the agenda. I want to take a moment to warmly acknowledge our partners and sponsors whose generous support makes this gathering possible. Their contributions are vital to sustaining the Asia-Pacific Roundtable and ensuring its continued relevance. We are especially grateful to the Australian High Commission, the delegation of the European Union, and of course the Konrad Adenauer Stiftung. We also sincerely thank the Embassy of the People's Republic of China, the High Commission of India, the Embassy of the United States, and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade of New Zealand. And we gratefully acknowledge the support of the Embassy of the Republic of Korea, the International Committee of the Red Cross, and the Embassy of Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to close by restating what the Roundtable stands for. I say this not out of formality, but because it matters. Our hope is that every participant leaves this conference having felt the pulse of Southeast Asia and the wider region. That, more than anything, is the distinctive value of the Asia-Pacific Roundtable. But beyond diagnosis, we hope to contribute to solutions, especially for the most vexing challenges that we face. That is why this conference draws primarily from outside government. It reflects that those of us in Track 2 while aware of official positions, are not bound by them. That we can push the conversation forward, that we can challenge orthodoxy, test new ideas, and speak with a measure of freedom that officialdom cannot always afford. Indeed, this gathering is not for the sake of vanity or mere performance. It is not a spectacle dressed in scholarly robes, and we are here to serve a serious purpose. Engaged in robust discourse, we may even quibble, squabble, as we argue and advance our contestations and contentions. But to my mind, this is a test of track 2 diplomacy, which is nothing if it cannot be the arena for the vigorous contestation of ideas. This is just a prelude to the excitement of closing, actually. Yes. If our discussions merely echo official scripts, then we will have missed the moment and denied ourselves the opportunity of a candid, no-holds-barred discourse so crucial for a meaningful roundtable such as this. So I urge our speakers, and indeed all participants, to embrace that responsibility, to question, to provoke, and above all, to contribute. That is the spirit in which the Roundtable was founded, and that is the spirit in which it must continue. With that, welcome to the 38th Asia-Pacific Roundtable. I wish you a rewarding 2 days ahead. Thank you.